How you doing, Brian King, UK Flooring TV. Today we're back over in Telford. We're at Peter Jones's Carpets and Beds. We're with Dan Jones, current Carpet Fitter of the Year winner. How you doing, Dan?
Yeah, I'm alright, yep.
Dan, this week we're doing carpets.
Yeah,
I mean, how do you sell a carpet? What do you say to a customer when they walk through the door and say, I want a carpet?
Yeah. First, we ask them, how can I help you? And they say we're after a carpet. Then I ask them where it's for, and they tell me the floor. And when we got past that, basically we'll find out the area of your house that you're going to have it fitted in. So is it going to be a lounge, hall, stairs and landing, or is it bedrooms? There is the trend lately of, there's one here, of the longer, softer piled carpets. So we're not bothered about makes or manufacturers or anything here, but there's a lot of these long, soft, very nice, quality looking carpets for sale now, isn't there?
They're the in carpets at the minute. I'm selling a lot of them. The soft touch, thick pile. And people they will look at these things and see 10-year guarantee on that carpet. So yourself, you'd think, oh, but it'll do 10 years. That's sound. Well, they're expecting it to look like new for 10 years.
The guarantee doesn't say a looks warranty. It's stain and wear warranty, which is a different thing altogether. So, I mean, what they're basically saying is there'll be a specified size that you wear through to be measured. You'll never wear through any of these. They're polypropylene. They're man-made. They'll get flatter and flatter and flatter. You'll never actually wear straight through one unless you've got sandpaper on your boots. But so they're very hard wearing. They're made of plastic, so or nylon, polypropylene. So they say that they're stain resistant, which they are because they're basically non-absorbent, aren't they?
Yeah.
But when people come in and want to buy something with a very long pile on their stairs, you've got to know, as long as you know it's going to go a bit shabbier faster than your standard short pile carpet.
Well, there's no strength in them really, is there?
No,
the pile.
no.
I always say to customers, how long do you want out of it?
Yeah.
If you're happy with 4, 5, 6 years, go for a man-made.
Yeah.
It's if you want 10, 20 years, then it's wool.
I would say, and there isn't much that will do the 20 years now, because they might buy the carpet in a quality that would last that long, but if you buy it in a colour, it'd be the colour that lets the carpet down rather than the quality of the carpet. So depending on, first you've got to buy a sensible colour, but also you can listen to all this advice, but if you still want a soft carpet, obviously have what you want, as long as you understand the pitfalls, what can happen in the future, how it will flatten or where it will flatten. Just don't. You can be sensible all your life, but there's a difference between being sensible and actually liking the carpet you've bought. So what advice you're really after is, if I buy this here, how long do you think it'll last? Will it keep its looks? What are the pitfalls of this carpet? So if it's a wool carpet and you're throwing curry sauce around your lounge, you may struggle to get the stain out.
Although wool is easy clean.
I was going to say, if you're used to living with a wool carpet and you know how to get the stains out of a wool carpet or stop them from getting into it, you can deal with them. But if you think you're going to walk over to a curry blob like you would on a man-made and just with a damp tea towel and wipe it round and it'll disappear, you're going to cause a problem with the wool, because you're going to spread it into more, push it into something that is absorbent. So as long as you know the pitfalls of what you buy, and I don't particularly think there's any pitfalls with wool. If you use it in a room with a fire, if it gets a spark on, you can smell burning hair. It's got a low burn radius. It's got natural oil in it. The stains will come off it to a degree, or you've got to know what you're doing. It keeps its looks. Absorbs moisture from the air. The wool does. So when you get a dry humidity, the wool will let out some of the humidity it's got. When you've got damp in the air, the wool will draw some of the damp out of the air into itself. So I don't think there's pitfalls with either carpet. You just got to know how they react to the environment you're putting them in.
And there's the quality of the wool and where the wool's from. I always tell my customers British wool's good because of our poor weather.
the sheep are herder.
Yeah, yeah.
New Zealand wool, the sheep are completely free range in mountains. They fly over the mountains and fertilise the mountains in mussel shells. So all the nutrients in the mussel shells grow in the grass.
Yeah.
So they've got
a whiter.
Yeah, soft.
Yeah.
Some manufacturers mix British
they'll
and
blend
New Zealand
the two.
wool, so they've got hard and soft.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
do you explain things like this to your customers as well?
And depending on, I mean, your average wool carpet, just your normal run-of-the-mill carpet, sometimes it doesn't tell you that it's got British wool or the content, but then you get some other ranges of carpet from the same manufacturers. They'll class as a Herdwick, which uses a wool from a Herdwick.
The further north you go up the country, the harder.
So it's a coarser wool, that is. So you tend to, when you're spending a bit more money, it tends to talk about where your wool's from on the carpet, or you can get your bog standard wool carpets that, obviously, if it's a cheaper wool, you're going to get a cheaper carpet. It is made of wool.
Well, Spanish wool, they're sheep are laser. They just lie in the sun all day. So
I don't think you could get a carpet that looked marvellous, thick, long pile. Might not be made of the right wool, or sometimes it's recycled wool, which started out as jumpers, which isn't the correct wool for the job. So you're looking for pure new wool sign, the Wool Marketing Board, British wool. I think they say, do they say Danish wool or something like that? Or was that bacon? So basically, you've got your wool and you've got your man-made. A lot of the market tends to be man-made. It's more of a disposable side of the market, I would say. Like you say, 5 or 6 years, people are happy with a white long pile thing, and you can throw it away and have another. If you spend wool money, you really need to be keeping it a longer time, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
And you're also expecting to keep it a longer time. So if you didn't want to, I mean, I've got a couple of 3 wool carpets. They've been 13 or 14 years in our house, and I took up some of the wool because it looked like it's shaded, to replace it with polypropylene. I'm on my 3rd lot of polypropylene, and we've got the wool up there, which is now turned into the best carpet ever. Because when you buy a carpet new, you tend to see your walk areas, you start to see wave walk round corners in front of your settee. Once you've kept that carpet for 3 or 4 years, you get that all over, so it's less noticeable. So the first 12 or 18 months starts to show a bit of tracking, and then it starts to show less and less because you've walked over more of the carpet. And the carpets in my house that look the best are the wool ones that have been down.
Well, wool's
the
a
longest.
completely different league.
Yeah.
It's just wool's more expensive, and the society nowadays is a throwaway society. So after a few years, people want change.
And there's some more vibrant colours, isn't there, in polypropylene?
Yeah.
There's some people who've never had a wool carpet. I was a person that had never had a polypropylene carpet till I started having them, because there was loads of offcuts of wool around, and I'd always had wool Axminster stairs and landing. But nowadays it's throwaway society. Some people want something good to last forever, other people want something good to look in the fashion and keep replacing it, don't they?
Yeah.
But a general rule of any carpet, the longer the pile, the faster it'll flatten, won't it?
Yeah. Right, Dan, we'll wrap this week up. Next week, should we do production of carpets?
Yeah. Okay,
Cheers, Dan.
Thank you. Bye.